Welcome to Database Search Strategies. In this course, we will provide you with the basics of databases, walk you through a sample search, and point you towards some helpful tools you will want to use in order to take full advantage of our library's resources. First and foremost, it is important to understand what a database is. A library database is an electronic collection of published and reliable information. Resources primarily include materials from academic journals, trade publications, magazines and newspapers, as well as ebooks and multimedia. These materials will be an important part of your research as a university student, so knowing how to navigate the functions of a database is essential to your academic success. We previously mentioned that databases contain large collections of academic journal articles. If you're a new university student, you might be unfamiliar with what these journal articles, also known as scholarly articles, are, and how they will play a role in your work as a student. Similar to a magazine, an academic journal is a collection of articles published periodically. Academic journal articles are written by scholars, professionals, and experts in their fields. They are submitted to academic journals for what is known as peer review. The peer review process involves offering the article and the research ideas it contains to be read and evaluated by other experts in that given field. The end result is that the articles contained in academic journals are essentially signed off on or endorsed by a consensus of reliable experts, making the information they contain consistently reliable. These articles are the gold standard for research sources and most student papers and research. These articles will form the foundation of many of your research papers and projects as a student, as your professors will expect you to be able to locate and cite peer-reviewed resources. The sample database search provided later on in this course will show you how to navigate our library's database system and locate these articles. Another type of resource commonly found on a database is what is known as trade publications. Similar to academic journals, these magazine-style publications contain articles written by experts in a field or industry. However, trade publication articles are not subjected to the stringent scrutiny of peer review or held to the same research standards. Instead, they include recent news, industry trends, opinion pieces, and other timely topics. Depending on the nature of your research and the requirements of a given assignment, you might find trade publications helpful for locating up-to-date information on a particular topic. While academic journal articles are more reliable in terms of peer review and methods, the research and publication process can take a substantial amount of time, making them unable to match the timeliness of trade journal articles. Also, you may find popular magazine articles and newspaper articles on databases. These are the types of publications that we are all familiar with, generally written by journalists rather than specific field experts. Keep in mind that the intent of popular magazines is to entertain an audience rather than inform them, and as such, they may be less useful in your research as a student than the more vetted article options already discussed. Newspaper articles may have reliable information in them, but generally do not list their sources. As these different types of articles all appear as search results in various databases, you should keep the difference between them at the forefront of your mind and select resources appropriate for the scope and style of your research purposes.